Okay, hello. I'm doing the CSDT project for Dr. Naresh, and basically how I've set it up, I'm trying to recreate this Navajo rug weaver, and in the instructions it doesn't say that I can't use the image, so I'm just gonna assume that I can use this image here to recreate it. And yeah, so my thought process right now is that this big blue square in the middle is going to be the most difficult part to do and time consuming. So I think I'll get that out of the way, and then if I have time, I'll try to do these yellow squares. And right off the bat, I notice a couple things. One is that both the light blue and the dark blue shapes have reflectional symmetry, and this entire figure as a whole has some uh, rotational symmetry as well. So I think that could be useful because I can just figure out how to do half of it and then I'll do the other half just by kind of copy pasting the code. So yeah, and basically what I've done before I looked at any of the code, I just deleted it, but then kept it here so that I can have all the sort of special instructions I don't get when I open a new file. So I guess I'll begin now, and I started my 30-minute timer, and yeah, I'll begin now. So just looking at this image, essentially what it looks like I have to do is get this first triangle right here over with, but 1, 2, 3, 4. When I count, there's an odd number uh of what do you call it? Beads, I guess, across this thing. So I'm assuming that what's happened is that they did this triangle here first. This yeah, it's an isosceles triangle. This isosceles triangle first, and then they did the isosceles triangle here again, and then they crafted this line in the middle because I don't think you can do half a bead and whatnot. And for this dark blue portion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's also odd. So I think they could have done a trapezoid here. They could have done this trapezoid and then this trapezoid, and then again done the three in the middle first. And yeah, that's what so far I think the code is going to look like. So I'll start now. So I think, what should my first step be? And also, I don't know how to get rid of this grid. It just came here. When I deleted the Navajo rug, the grid was here, so I'm just going to assume that I'm allowed to use this as well. So really quickly, I'm going to recount something. So for this square, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, okay, 10. So if I just have a graph. So the vertex of the first triangle, the triangle on the right, is at 10, 0. And then I'm assuming the one on the left, because it's symmetrical, is negative 10, 0. Right? And then this middle line, in the middle row, or yeah, row here is, or I don't need to account for that. Just this middle column here is going to be what I call the y-axis, right? And then this trapezoid, well, how would you, maybe it's actually, maybe if they overlapped two isosceles triangles, then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the number is going down by 1, and there's 3 here, which would mean one isosceles triangle started here, and then one started here, and then they're over. Yeah. So I think instead of the two trapezoids that I mentioned earlier, I should do two overlapping uh, isosceles triangles. And so I guess the vertex, but like the angle that's not congruent to the other two for each isosceles triangle would start assuming that this is the origin. It'd be is it two, one? Let me think. It would be yeah. So one, two, yeah. So both of these again because they're symmetrical, the absolute value of the x coordinate would be equal to 2. So for this triangle, the angle would or the vertex would be at negative 2 comma 0, and for this triangle it would be at 2 comma 0. And then I think aside from that, I kind of have it. And the colors, I don't really know how that works, so I'm just gonna guess and hope they're right. And yeah, so I guess I'll start the code now. So the first thing I need to do is to oh, I think I should. There's something about size I need to change. Where is it? Looks maybe. Oh, right here. This will start with 15%. Let's see how it goes. After doing that, is there anything else I need to do before I can actually follow? Oh, I'll just set two random colors. So well, the shade obviously comes first. So put uh, 40 here. Then the color will be 50. And does this do anything? That's the color. So what does bringing it up do? Oh, that's closer, right? That's exactly what I need. Am I sure? Oh, okay, that's not right. Okay, yeah, so this is definitely 50. That was lucky. That's 50. This 80 looks correct. Okay, so that's done. And now that I have the color ready, just I think the next step is just for me to start with this triangle right here. Don't really think there's anything else I need to do to set up, so I guess I'll start with that. So the first triangle I need to do, well, before the triangle I have to move it to this point, what is it, 10 comma 0. So the x moves right 10. And oh, and on the other two examples I saw, they use the stitch button, go to stitch. So I'm just gonna use that as well. So I'm gonna go to 10 comma 0. Is that right? And oh, okay. Wait, what? Yeah. Why isn't it all the way at 10 though? If I bring this to 100%, what the heck? 50%, 30%, 15, 18%. What? Why is 20% not appearing then? Oh, it is. I guess I just misclicked it. Yeah, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 9. Yeah, okay, so I guess 20% is the right one then. Then I should, now that this is here, I think I should start a triangle that goes all the way to right here to this 1. And I should stop. So I will, oops, 10, I believe. Yeah, okay. I need an isosceles triangle that goes, what does this mean? 2 stitches every 3 rows for 20 total direction. Negative y. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to assume this is the axis, right? So let me just try this. That is not what I want. So I'll change this to x, and then let me try. Yeah, okay, that seems to be much better. So shouldn't this be positive? Oh no, it needs to go in the negative direction. Okay, so that's done. And then 2 stitches every 3 rows for 20 total. What is this? So I need to get back to the origin. So maybe this should be 10 because it started at 10. Does that work? Oh, perfect. Except I don't know why this little thing is here. It's fine. And then, so let's see. What does the 2 stitches every 3 rows mean? What is it saying? So you get 1, 2, then 3 times. Oh, okay. So you get the 1, 1, 3 times, then the 3, 3 times, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times. So that would mean 2 stitches every 3 rows. So for every 3 rows, they're adding 2 beads. But so let's see. I need to add 3 beads every 1 row. So maybe it's one stitch for every 3 rows. Shouldn't it more? Oh, oops. 3 stitches for every 1 row should be right. Oh, that looks good. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. So that would, oh, great. Okay, so the first isosceles triangle is done. Oops. So I guess I should just move on to the second one then. So looking at this code, really the only 2 things that are involved in triangle were these 2. And I know that this movement right here is symmetrical, so I should just go to negative 10. So for the new isosceles triangle, I should just go to negative 10 comma 0. How do I start? Oh, right. Oops. Oh, excellent. Okay. So, oh, where did this? Oh, it moved over here. All right. Okay. Then, is there any way to copy this? Okay, whatever. So, I'll draw another isosceles triangle with basically the exact same thing. Then start. What the? Oh, I see. Oops. This should be changed to X. And is it negative? No, it's going towards positive values, so it should just be like this. Can start. Okay, now it's just, this looks good. This looks really good. Let me compare it. So I'm missing this big column and these, but this is a problem for later. I just need to know how to do this. So is there somewhere? How do I get this final little thing? Hmm. So I should probably start it right around here and then go straight up. So is there something for me to build a line at? Oh, line right here. So let me try something. So looking right here, it goes all the way down one more. So it should be like right here. So let's move this. How long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 28. So that means I think this whole line in the middle should be 30. So 30 divided by 2 is 15. So I'll start it at the bottom just because. Oh, oops. So the x should be 0. I'll start the y at negative 15. Let's see how that goes. And then assuming this works, I need to build a line of length 30, which is what I believe stitches means. Or wait, I guess of one stitch, that's what stitches mean. But I need to rise 30 for every 0 run. Oh, and something just happened here that I don't like. Let me try this again. Maybe I paused it on accident. It's looking good so far. And the line didn't work. So I'm not sure why it didn't work. Maybe there's a problem with this. Change this to 1. Okay, so that's definitely not right. So like 0 was right. The rise should be 30, right? So let's see. switch this to 1, switch this to 30. Does anything happen now? Oh, perfect. I guess I was right the first. Yeah, is that right? Is that right? Oh, okay, excellent. That's exactly what I need. And is the size right? Maybe 30%. No, actually, I'll stick with 20. That's right. Okay. So now that this is done, I need to do this little, um, I don't even know what this is called, shape. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is add another isosceles triangle. Well, first I should switch the color, right? So I'll just make it something different. Don't know exactly what. Oh, the color shade, sure. The color, sure. Then I will have to move this somewhere. Where do I move it to? Okay, so this first triangle I calculated because each row or column is going down by 1, and this is 3. The first triangle, which is this one, the one on the right I'm dealing with, should be right here. So I guess coordinate for that should be -2 to 0, comma 0. So if that's right, then it should be -2, comma, the y should be 0. Let's see if that works. Hmm. Is that where I want it to be? Okay, so the color is definitely off, but I'll fix that later. And what I'll do now is just make the isosceles triangle. So it was isosceles. Yeah, it's definitely isosceles. So isosceles triangle, blank stitches every blank rows for blank direction. Okay, so this is obviously going towards positive x, and this should be going for how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. 7 or 6, let me see. Let me think. I'm just going to put 7 and see what happens. And now that it's 7, and it's going up by 1 for every 1 row. So I'm like this. So it should just be 1, 1. Oh, oops. Alright, does that work? I wish this were faster. That's perfect, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I guess I miscounted. This should be 8. Then, right? And then I'll just go right on to the second one. So the second one should start right here because they have the 3 in common. So the x coordinate should be just 2, 0. So just symmetry again. So I'll really quickly go to the stitch right here. 2, comma 0. Then another isosceles triangle. 1, 8. It should be in the negative x direction. Then I'll switch this color something like 80. That looks right. And then they're overlapping at 3 right here. Just perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I want. But I need to change this color really quick. 60. Okay, whatever. Okay, so now that I have this done, I think how much longer do I have? I have like, I think 3 minutes left. So I'll try to finish this square right here. And looking at this, I don't really know how to make, essentially I think it's going to be the same thing as the square right here. I'm just going to have to build this square, or yeah, build this square once, and then essentially copy the code, but starting at different corners. So basically the code for one square, and then I just write it 4 times, and that's what I believe it's going to be. So let's see, this point right here is negative 1223. So I'll shift to x equals negative 1223 and y equals 23. Negative 12, y is 23. Y is 23. And then I need to build a square, which I don't know how. Is it a square really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is longer, so I can do 5 lines maybe. Oh, I'm out of time either way. So, okay, stop that. And then, okay, I'm out of time. So unfortunately, I could only finish. I'll run it one more time just to see how I did. But unfortunately, I could only finish this middle portion. And hopefully this one was right. Well, the color's a bit off still, but that's not really a big deal. Okay, so this looks right. So yeah, I was able to finish this middle portion, which honestly is more than I thought I'd be able to do. But yeah, this is the project, and I give consent to Dr. Naresh and the rest of her colleagues to view this future video on YouTube. Thank you.